Bitcoin is just a few days away from printing a golden cross on the daily chart. This is usually considered an incredibly bullish signal and could signal a huge continuation of the trend like I've been talking about for the last several months. So in this video, we are going to look at the golden cross and how it could potentially show us the way of what lies ahead in the next few months. What's up guys, Dirk here from intelligentcryptocurrency.com. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel down below. Click the notification bell after you click the subscribe button to make sure you get updates. And if you want me to send you an email every time I upload a video so you don't miss a future piece of content, get on my email list. It is the first link in the description down below. Just click on that, enter your name and email, you get on my email list. You also get my free crypto masterclass, and that way I can send you an email every time I upload a new video. Now, before we get into today's content, I do want to make a special announcement that I am once again going to be closing the doors to my Intelligent Cryptocurrency membership next month. So there's about a month left before I am going to close the doors, and the reason why I'm doing that is because, in my opinion, we are getting closer and closer towards the end of the bull run. Now, I do expect the next few months, if that repeats the cycle of 2017, that we are going to see a massive blow of top, potentially, which is going to take us much higher. Maybe we'll see six-figure, multiple six-figure Bitcoin. We could see incredible pumps in altcoins. But I also do think after that parabolic blow of top is done, it could be the end of the cryptocurrency bull run, and we might be in for a year or a multi-year bear market with 80% or more declines. So the reason why I'm going to be closing the membership is simply because I want people to still be able to have that potential for upside and not be buying the very top of the markets, which in bull markets is exactly what happened in the last time. Most retail investors will only get involved at the very top of the market after they've watched the crypto markets go up for 18 months. They buy in at the very top. You know, maybe there's a tiny little bit of upside, but they don't take profits. It drops, and you know, all those people who bought in the top get absolutely wrecked. So I want to avoid that. I've been documenting this entire bull run since early 2020. So you can see when you go and look at my videos on this channel, it's all publicly documented. Over here, back in 2019 already, I said why owning one Bitcoin might be the best financial decision of your life. At the time, it was trading at $5,500, even a little bit less. We've already gone to $65,000, and we will probably still go a bunch higher, right? All this way, you can see over here, more than a year ago, I said this, Bitcoin broke $10,000, why this time was different, right? Making the videos about $100,000 Bitcoin a long time ago at the beginning of the bull run. $1,000 into $1 million. I talked about this, the Bitcoin price in 2021, right? I talked about here, the Bitcoin 4-year cycle, 2021 is MOOOOON, exactly what we've been seeing 10 months ago, right? I've been documenting this all the way up. You can see over here, 100K Bitcoin, 10K Ethereum. Is it possible? 18,000, 24,000. Right? And we've been talking about this, my Bitcoin strategy over here. I've been sharing this over and over, all the way up, right? So you can go through this. I'm not going to spend too much time going through this, but basically we're getting to a point where, in my opinion, I think we're getting close to the end of the bull run. If I'm going to be right with what lies ahead for the next few months, basically based on previous cycles, we could see an enormous pump. And again, that is where all the money is to be made, but you have to be positioned for it, and you have to exit at the right time. You have to manage your risk, you have to remove initial, you have to protect your capital, all of that stuff which I share with members of Intelligent Cryptocurrency on a daily basis, documented this entire bull run. And we're getting to a point where I just want to say, you know, I don't feel comfortable anymore after next month to take on new members, because I think we're getting closer and closer, and I want to avoid people buying the top. So there is still a tiny window of opportunity. If you want to join us inside Intelligent Cryptocurrency, it will be the second link in the description down below. There's a 60-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk, but next month I will close the doors, and that will be it. I probably won't reopen until sometime late next year, after we've had the bear market that I expect and the crash. So this is an opportunity. If you want to join us, absolutely you can. Second link in the description down below. Now let's get into today's content. Okay, so here is the chart of Bitcoin, and the important things that we have. This is a daily chart. We have the 200-day moving average, and we have the 50-day moving average over here. As you can see, the blue crossed down through the red, so the 50 through the 200. This was known as a death cross, and a death cross is traditionally a bearish signal, or a lot of people think it is a bearish signal. But I actually made a video about this on June 11th, 2021, just before we got that death cross, where I said I am not worried. You can see Bitcoin death cross, why I'm not worried about it, because I thought it was going to be a fake out signal, not a confirmation of the bear market. And I said it would likely be reversed with a golden cross in the next few months. So let me play a little clip from that video, and then if you want to go and watch the full thing later, I will link to it up here if you're watching on YouTube, or in the description down below. What we have here is the Bitcoin chart. We have the 50 daily moving average over here and the 200 in red, 50 is in blue. And typically what happens is when these make a cross, so when the blue crosses down through the red, the 50 crosses down through the 200, that would be a death cross, and typically that would be associated with further sell-off and longer-term price action. But it is not always a guarantee. It is a lagging indicator, and sometimes it is a false signal. So I'm going to show you here, we're going to go back and look at the charts, what happened in previous death cross situations, because there's a lot of fear going around. I see a lot of these influencers talking about the death cross, saying, hey, this is going to be the end, we're going into a new bear market, that sort of thing. But a death cross does not necessarily mean that the bull run is over, and it could just be a fake signal. That's what the markets do. A lot of the times, a signal like this is basically it can be a false signal, which causes a lot of people to turn bearish, suck them in. It could be a complete bear trap, then it reverses back up. It gives you another golden cross. Just following that, the markets continue going up, and there is nothing to be said. I don't think we are in a situation where we have seen the top of the bull market cycle, meaning that, in my opinion, it is very likely that if we get this death cross, it's probably likely that we will, considering that, every day that we're trading below these averages, it's moving down. So we will probably see this death cross form. But in my opinion, this death cross is going to be more of a situation like this, where it will be followed by a golden cross in a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. It will be reversed. The death cross is likely not, in my opinion, to result in a bear market right now. And I think we still have further upside to go. I am still leaning towards my 2013 double top scenario, where I said we were going to get a possibility of that big sell-off in May, followed by a few months of sideways trading, followed by a higher high towards the end of the year, Q4, October, November, December, maybe January. Okay, so that prediction was absolutely spot on. That analysis was correct. Back in June, I said we were going to get this death cross, but it was nothing to worry about. It's most likely going to be reversed to the upside, followed by a golden cross in a few months. So now, with the power of hindsight, we can look at the chart that was right over here. We got the death cross, and that death cross, typically what tends to happen is at the point of the cross, that tends to be at an extreme of the cross, and it tends to have a bit of a pullback. So you can see at that point of the cross, we're almost at the very low of the sell-off, because it's a lagging indicator. That's what tends to happen. And from that point onwards, we had more sideways and another retest here of the lows, but after that it absolutely rocketed up. And as you can see, we got back above the 200-day moving average over here, and the 50-day moving average obviously moves a lot quicker than the 200, so it is playing catch-up once again. And you can see every single day that the price is above the 50 is playing catch-up. So if you project this forward, we should get a golden cross sometime in the next week or so, maybe by the 12th, maybe a little bit sooner, maybe it depends a little bit, but almost certain that we are going to get this golden cross. Now, the golden cross is a very bullish signal. So you can see just the definition. The golden cross is a technical chart pattern indicating the potential for a major rally. The golden cross appears on a chart when a stock or a chart, whatever it is, crypto, short-term moving average crosses above the long-term moving average. Usually the 50 and the 200-day moving average is the mostly watched one, and the golden cross can be contrasted with the death cross, indicating a bearish price movement. So golden cross, I think, is going to be a major signal for the market. It's going to create a lot of FOMO. You will probably see a lot of videos starting to come up, a lot of talks on social media in the next few days as we get the golden cross. Everyone's going to be talking about it, which, again, in combination with all the other things that are bullish. We had the hash ribbons flash a buy signal. We've had on-chain data that's showing, the balance of crypto on exchanges or Bitcoin on exchanges is super low. There's a potential for supply shock. We also have talks about potentially companies who may have bought around this area, who might be holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets that are going to be revealed in their earnings reports in this month and next month. We have literally El Salvador today, who has bought more than 400 Bitcoin, and potentially they could be buying more. There's so much happening right now that all sets up this bullish stage for Bitcoin. The 4-year cycle that I've been talking about on this channel over and over and over again could still be in effect. I still think personally it is. And there's just so much happening. This golden cross is another kind of nail in the coffin for the bearish case when it happens, and it's pretty certain it's going to happen, and we'll know in the next few days. You will see, but it's so far, unless Bitcoin absolutely crashes right now, but that's super unlikely, I think. And then we're going to get that. So again, guys, this is what I've been sharing for the last months and months and months on the channel. 4-year cycle. I said this wasn't going to be a bear market. It's going to be a reverse. That's what we're seeing. So if I'm going to continue to be right with this theory that the 4-year cycle is in play, and that we are going to get a major blow off top in the next few months based on what we've seen in the previous cycles in 2013 and in 2017, then we could be in for some major upside. $100,000, maybe $200,000 on Bitcoin. I don't know how high it can go. I'll do my best to continue to look at the charts and every single month make the predictions and look at that. But obviously the longer this goes on, the closer we're getting to a potential top. I think there's still a lot of people hanging on to some hope for the bear market case. The bearish people who are saying, hey, this was the top and this is going to be a bearish retest, basically because we're still in this area over here, right? Which could be that this might be the bull trap and it's just going to go down from here. That's what a lot of people are hanging on to. This is complacency rally. It's a lower high and so on and so forth. And I think that really once we start to get through here and we start to break above here, basically that whole bearish case is completely invalidated because we went back to the all-time high and went above it. There's no more possibility for it being a lower high. There's no more possibility for being a bull trap complacency rally because we're at this point. And at that point, I think we're going to see a lot of liquidations with people who are still trying to short this, betting on the downside, right? And they have their stops all the way up here. So as this goes up, there's going to be a lot of liquidations. And if we break above this previous high, then I think even more liquidations. And the people that were sitting on the sidelines or the people that were shorting it and realized they were wrong might end up FOMOing back in, creating even more buy pressure when there's already limited supply or very low supply on the exchanges. The supply shock theory, where there's basically not enough Bitcoin to go around and the demand is increasing. I mean, we even have Stephen Curry talking about getting into crypto and only getting started. He has 15 million followers on his Twitter, and we're seeing more and more celebrities and influential people getting into crypto. The recipe is there for an absolutely explosive move to the upside in the coming months. I think the golden cross will really help contribute to that too. But in general, there is really a recipe here for an explosive upside move, and hopefully we're all going to be able to be positioned for that, ride it up as much as possible. But, and this is the big but, once the FOMO and the euphoria starts kicking in, it can be very easy to lose sight of the fact that you need to take profits, that you need to remove your initial capital. After the FOMO parabolic crazy euphoria, there will be a collapse once again. We saw it. This was a little taste of what happened last time, right? Where we dropped more than 50% in Bitcoin in a matter of a few weeks. And in altcoins, we already went down like 70-80% on some altcoins. I believe the next time we're going to get that crash after the euphoria, however high that's going to go, at some point it's going to come all the way back down once again. And it's going to happen quickly. And this time, it won't be as forgiving as what happened here. I think this time we won't get an immediate rally back up after a few months. We could see a year or multiple years of downward correction and massive drawdowns on altcoins. And I think a lot of altcoins might not survive another 4 years due to regulations, due to going bankrupt, due to mismanagement, due to failure, due to a lot of things. So you have to be very careful how you play your cards over the coming months. If you play them incorrectly, you will probably get wrecked. If you play them correctly, you could end up making a lot of money, life-changing money. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe, make sure you're on my email list. If you haven't joined us yet inside Intelligent Cryptocurrency, literally every single day I'm sharing updates, I'm sharing TA, I'm sharing market insights. Today we just published the new newsletter for this month. Every single month I do that. It's 53 pages this month. Usually it's around that level where I'm sharing my insights on the markets, share coin research, share project research, my thoughts, my own movements. All of that is included in the members area. So I will be closing the membership next month, and that will be it for the bull run, and probably until sometime late next year before I reopen it. So this is still your chance to get in if you want access to all of that. It's risk-free. There's 60-day money-back guarantee, but once the doors are closed, I'm not going to accept new members. That will be it. So if you want to join us, come and check it out. Come hang out with, there's more than 1,000 of us in the program, in the forums, in the Discord. So second link in the description down below. And hopefully we'll see you in there. If not, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. I do share a lot of stuff here for free too. So thanks for watching, and fingers crossed that we get this insane blow off top, because it is going to be a wild, wild ride the next few months. See you in the next video.